What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Redline Reactions. I'm Evan, and today we have a brand new band, at least for me, Sleep Token. Now, I would be lying if I said that I'd never heard the name of the band before. I have, just a handful of times, but I can't remember the context, and I certainly have never heard them before. My friend was very disappointed in me when I told him that. So that's what we're going to be checking out today. We're going to be looking at The Summoning. And as usual, I've written down my prediction based on the thumbnail and the name of the song and the name of the band. And we're going to go over that together at the end. It's going to stay. Can you see it? Just because I know that. Yes. Bam. Right there. I'm going to put that right over it. Perfect. Let's get into it. Oh, almost getting like a little Mick Gordon Doom vibe there.
I've got a river running right into you. I've got a blood trail red in the blue. Something you say or something you do. A taste of the divine. You got my body, flesh and bone, yeah. The sky above, the earth below. Raise me
We're not that far into this, and there's a lot going on. Like I said, when it first started, I mean, aside from the quiet part, it sounded like those heavy Mick Gordon like Doom video game riffs, which is not a bad thing at all. I love that stuff. And then his vocals are really interesting. It sort of blended a couple different things that I can't really put my finger on yet. And then now it just seems like we're right back to that heavy part. So more of like the sort of genre bending, which is kind of fun. Is that the same guy? Whoa.
You've got my body, flesh and bone. The sky above, the earth below.
Ooh. What is this? Oh my gosh. So I mean the visuals on this are kind of bizarre. Um it's not a bad thing. It's just it's not giving me a whole lot of context behind, who's playing what, who's singing what. Um there was that little guitar bit in there that just took me, well, I say took me right back to the 80s. was born in '88, so it didn't take me. But like a lot of the '80s music, sort of those like wah solos or riffs, it just brought me right back to those. And this guy's range, I don't know how many vocalists there are. So please let me know down in the comments. It sounds like I've heard 2, maybe 3, unless this one guy is doing all of them, which the screaming and the, super high notes and then just like is wild. They do go hard, and then they don't. Predator. Well, that's not great. Uh-oh. Is that? This is gonna explode, isn't it? It's gonna scare the hell out of me. What? Make up your mind. Okay. I'm like, what is that song designed to do? Is it designed to like get you like revved up or turn you on? What would you call that? Like sex metal? that was crazy. There was so much going on there. And his voice, at least the guy at the end, he does this really interesting thing kind of with his voice. How would you even describe it? It's like deliberate, soft articulation or enunciation. I don't know, but he kind of, like he plays around with his vowels. So when it comes to enunciation, a lot of the times we just kind of see it as correct or incorrect, right? But he's kind of showing us that it's a spectrum. And that kind of caught me off guard. And I'll be completely honest, the only other time that I've really heard that has been with more like indie pop female singers. The one that comes to mind, I think her name is like Grace Vanderwall. She was on America's Got Talent like a decade ago, and she played like the ukulele or something, and would be like, "I don't know, right?" It's a bit of an exaggeration, but that never did it for me. This is really cool though, because I did like this. The visuals were wild. That thing that got all the lasers pointing at the end reminded me of the villain in the Sonic movies that was played by Jim Carrey. I can't remember his name, but yeah. I mean, how many genres did he span here? I mean, metal, sex metal, and there was that beautiful sort of kind of sparkly, twinkly. I think I heard a piano in there. That was really neat. It almost reminded me of, there's a song, a really, really heavy song by a French band called Mirar, Mirar. And I think the song is Cauchemar, which is French for nightmare. And the first like 4.5 minutes of it is just this uncanny, oppressive, in the truest sense of the word, dreadful, anxiety inducing metal. And then like you flip a switch, just boom, and then the next like 4 minutes are essentially that. That was really cool. Before I forget, so this is the 4th time I've done this. I did it with Nightwish, embarrassed myself. Ren, embarrassed myself a little bit less. The Warning, embarrassed myself. I don't know how I feel about this one, but we're going to go through it. I said, based on the title, the band name, and the thumbnail, I'm guessing that Sleep Token is a deeper, heavier version of Hollywood Undead, with less boobs, more feelings, and stark contrast between 2 to 4 rappers / vocalists. Think metalcore meets Jamiroquai. Can you see that? I mean, I feel like there were definitely more feelings than Hollywood Undead, for sure. But I might be batting at best like 250 out of those 4. This was really interesting though. I didn't expect to hear some of those higher vocals and melodies when the first thing that I heard was essentially like BFG Division by Mick Gordon. And I'm wondering, well, listen, I have questions, right? I have questions. I don't go through beforehand and research stuff, even if it wouldn't necessarily spoil the song. I don't do it because then I'm not going to be able to kind of form a full and complete opinion on the band. So how many people are in the band? All right. I didn't see a single singer here. I just saw a bunch of sort of like statues of things. And how many singers? How long have they been around? What genre or genres would you consider this? Is sex metal a thing? If it isn't, I mean, I need to copyright that. Surely it is. And does anybody hear sort of that like lilt? I don't want to go so far as to say like singing back of the throat, because that would imply like compression that isn't there. But yeah, I need to know a little bit more about this band. And it seemed like when you blend that much stuff together, it seems like you're trying to tell a story. And am I kind of close to the mark on that? Like, are all their songs just sort of like one-offs, or is there like an anthology? I'd be really curious with that. Yeah, this was really neat. This was really neat. Tell me if you want me to go deeper on this. Let me know where to go next. Let me know down in the comments. And please, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I hate asking for that, but it does show me, you know, what you guys want, what you are interested in. If you want more of this, I read every comment. It's gotten to the point where I'm having trouble keeping up responding to all of them, but I read every single one of them. And I listen. If you guys want something and you put it in the comments, I add it to this giant list that I have, and we will get to it eventually, but I do my best. So please consider liking and subscribing this video, and I will see you next time. This was amazing. I can't believe that I didn't know about this band.